If you're into video games, chances are that at least you've heard of Doom, and if you're over something like 35 years old, chances are that you played the crap out of it back in the day. Released by the guys from id Software back in 1993, Doom remains until today the undisputed most influential game ever made. It revolutionized and spawned the first-person shooter genre forever. In fact, Doom is one of those games which refuses to die. The modding community is well alive since its release, and the game just won't go away. It is immortal, maybe work of the devil himself, who knows. In my Doom 25th anniversary retrospective video, something that you can watch right here on the channel, among many other things, we talk about the engine supporting the game and how the programmers had to use several tricks not only for the game to run smoothly, but also on how to give it that 3D look. Doom isn't a 3D game, it is not truly three-dimensional, it gives that illusion by representing levels on a two-dimensional plane, but with differences in height added separately. Also, every enemy and object within the game are in 3D. Yes, the enemies have 45 degrees animations, but they mainly look at the player from the front. As for objects, they have one side and one side only, and while the camera rotates, objects also rotate to always face the player. Was this ever a problem with Doom? The answer is absolutely not. Doom is perfection in the shape of a video game. Nonetheless, as aforementioned, the community is still alive and kicking, and thanks to modder Daniel Peterson, aka c𝕙ee𝕝l𝕠, Voxel Doom replaces the sprites for monsters, weapon pickups, items and decorative props with 3D voxel versions. In recent times, various source ports have become the method of choice in playing the game on modern hardware, and one of the key features over and above the visual overall is the inclusion of a mouse look. The original Doom didn't have the ability to look up or down. This was a choice made by the game developers. If you are shooting enemies that are elevated above, you have a hard time seeing them, and the game just chooses to automatically aim for you. This can be a bit frustrating to someone with modern sensibilities for first-person games. Veteran Doom modders with folders and folders of WODs are no stranger to c𝕙ee𝕝l𝕠, but if you're new to the world of Doom mods, it's an essential utility for adding more functionality to the original game, such as the mouse look, jumping or crouching, as well as playing really cool mods like the Doom Megawatt Sigil, another video which, by the way, you can watch here on the channel, from the game's co-creator himself, Mr. John Romero. Voxel, then, are like a three-dimensional take on your typical 2D pixels. As volumetric pixels, voxels are simply points in 3D space that have a size and color assigned to them. Throw thousands and thousands of them on screen at once, and you get a unique type of 3D graphics that, if you make him nice and chunky, can call to mind classic 2D sprites, but with an additional dimension. This means that the creators had to grab each 2D form pixel creation and add a third dimension to them, pixel by pixel, trying to create something new while at the same time being faithful to the original look. The mod's creator talked about this very phenomenon in a stream showing off the new mod with fellow c𝕙ee𝕝l𝕠 developer Nash Mohandis, saying that if you look at the voxel models at a certain angle, it looks like the original sprite. This cool illusion effect of voxels is what drew cello to them originally. On Mohandi's stream they talked about how the transformation of 2D sprites into 3D voxels results in a kind of mind-blowing effect that doesn't immediately look out of place, but rather fits, especially in Doom's case, quite naturally in the scene. Those who know the original Doom may find this somewhat weird at the first glance. Looking at a fallen marine, which was a blurry mass of red and green, and something that tries to resemble a open ribcage, now looks like a character that could have come out from Minecraft, but again, these are still pixels, now in 3 dimensions, and for those who enjoy the chunky look of the original Doom, those will have no problem with it, so I believe. Not only the monsters in Doom had some work done, all the items are also new. Again, the items in the original game only had one side and they would only show their face to the player. Not anymore. Guns, medkits, ammo, keys, power-ups, everything is now not only 3D but also animated. Items were given a spin animation, making them more alive and real. Just look at the difference on these. Aside from items that the player can pick up, other animations were also introduced like the boiling green acid, explosions and decoration items. Like the previous, all of these had one face only, but now you can circle around them and they just stay put, showing all their sides. This is a very welcome addition to the game aesthetics indeed. Again, instead of having items just spinning to show the same face to the player, stuff just stays there. They stay there like they should, making the game more natural. Even in the player's movement, I think it helps. While moving, one could see items in your peripheral vision moving just to face you, which not only is not natural, but sometimes distracting. To admire the voxels yourself, you will need the original's DoomWad file, the newest version of c𝕙ee𝕝l𝕠, a fan-updated engine, Voxel Doom from mod database. Just unzip c𝕙ee𝕝l𝕠, copy the file DoomWad from your Doom directory into c𝕙ee𝕝l𝕠's directory, then put shellowvoxels.zip in the same place. To run it, simply drag the zip file on top of c𝕙ee𝕝l𝕠 executable and away you go. c𝕙ee𝕝l𝕠 is the officially required engine port, and the mod currently only works on the original 1993 Doom, but according to Cello, Doom 2 Monsters will be completed in the very near future. Stamping through the corridors of Martian Hell with this mod is definitely a fun time. Everything from demons to pickup effects and equipment now pop to life, yet still look very much like the classic sprites. You know what else is worth stamping? The other videos that I have in this channel which you are watching, some of those about Doom, like a retrospective, an unboxing and review on c𝕙ee𝕝l𝕠. If you enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, click that like button and subscribe to the channel because your support is always very much appreciated. As always, thank you very much for watching this that you just did, and until my next video, rip and tear until it's done.